这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的听力水平在生活中是完全够用的。要持续提升英文，记得点击订阅按钮。我们开始吧。
He was smiling, full of fire, and then one bucket of cold water changed everything. The night was loud with wood cracking and people shouting, and the fire climbed the wall like it wanted the sky. In a small town many years ago, fire was not just danger, it was a daily fear. Houses were close, streets were narrow, and one spark could eat a whole block. When a fire broke out, everyone ran. Men pulled on boots, women grabbed children, and someone always shouted for water. Back then, there were no red trucks with long ladders. There were no bright lights or sirens. There were just people, buckets, and cold well water. The fastest way to stop a fire was simple and harsh. You threw cold water on it, again and again, until the flames gave up. Steam burned your hands, smoke filled your chest, but you kept throwing. There was no time for big plans or soft feelings. Cold water was the truth. One night, a young man named Samuel ran toward a burning store. He was strong, proud, and sure of himself. He had talked all week about a new idea, a better way to sell goods, a way to beat the big shops in the next town. He talked fast, smiled wide, and people listened. Some believed him. Some just liked his energy. When the fire started, Samuel grabbed a bucket like everyone else. His heart was still hot with his dream. He shouted orders, told people where to stand, how to move. His voice cut through the noise. For a moment, it felt like he was leading more than a fire line. It felt like his future was already here. Then an older man stepped in front of him. The man did not shout. He did not smile. He took Samuel's bucket and threw the cold water straight onto the base of the fire. Not where Samuel pointed, not in the air, but low and hard. The flames fell back, angry and loud. Samuel froze. He felt small and useless for a second. His big ideas, his strong voice, none of that mattered to the fire. Only the cold water did. "Stop talking," the older man said. "Watch the fire. It tells you what to do." That moment stayed with Samuel longer than the fire smell in his clothes. His dream did not die, but it changed shape. He learned that heat feels good, but it can blind you. Cold water hurts, but it can save what matters. Years passed, and the phrase started to travel from scenes like that. When someone got too excited, when talk grew bigger than sense, people said, "Throw cold water on it." At first, it was real. It meant stop the fire, save the house, calm the danger. Later, it became a way to talk about ideas, plans, and dreams. In another town, far from Samuel's home, a group of friends sat in a small room above a shop. A single lamp lit the table. Papers were everywhere. One man stood, pacing, his face red with hope. He spoke about easy money, fast growth, and quick wins. He said nothing could fail. The room felt warm, thick with words. Then a quiet woman spoke. She did not raise her voice. She did not laugh at him. She asked one simple question about cost. Then another about time. Then one about risk. Each question was like a splash of cold water. The heat in the room dropped. The man stopped pacing. Someone opened a window. That night, the plan did not move forward. Some felt let down. Some felt angry. But months later, when a similar plan crashed in the next city, they understood. The cold water had done its job. This is how the phrase lived. It walked from burning streets into meetings, kitchens, and late-night talks. It was never kind, but it was often needed. It was not about killing hope. It was about keeping hope from burning everything down. There is a small pain in having cold water thrown on your idea. It feels like doubt. It feels like someone does not believe in you. Your chest tightens. Your smile fades. You want to push back, to say they are wrong, that they do not see what you see. But history shows something simple. Fires do not care about dreams. Life does not care about excitement alone. Heat without control destroys. Cold water brings balance. Think about the times you were full of fire. A new job, a move, a plan to change your life. Think about the person who slowed you down, who asked hard questions, who made you stop and think. At the time, it hurt. You may still remember the sting. Now look at where you are. Look at what you kept, what you saved, what did not burn away. Sometimes, the person who throws cold water on your plan is not your enemy. Sometimes, they are the reason you still have a house standing when the night is over. And when you feel that heat rising again, when your words get fast and your heart gets loud, remember the old streets, the buckets, the steam. Remember that cold water is not the end of the fire. It is the reason the story can continue.
能以非母语者的身份专注学习到现在，这本身就是很棒的进步。真诚感谢你的观看。如果你觉得本期内容实用，点赞或留言让我知道你的想法，这对我持续创作非常重要。我们下期见。